Right guys, this is while the glue dries. Bit of a different surrounding today. Keep on saying it every single week, but I'm still working on them bunk beds and I really can't shift in my room at all at the minute. So I'm actually sitting on my bed to record this episode. It's a nightmare in here at the minute. But let's get right into it anyway. First up, the products I'm going to be mentioning are Evolution Power Tools. Now if you've followed my channel for any period of time, you would have seen I've done a lot with Evolution in the past. And I just thought I'd bring it to your attention because not everybody might have seen what they can do. And Evolution is the only brand that I've seen that can actually cut wood, metal, plastic, all with the same blade, all on the same tool. So such as their circular saws, the table saws, chop saws, they can cut wood, metal, plastics, all with the same blade, all on that same tool. It's just a really useful bit of equipment. I'll leave a link down below to their website, and I'll also leave a link to one of the videos that I think you'll find interesting. I actually make some coasters with some nails in the wood and cut right through the nails as well. Just something you might be interested in. Now let's have a look at the sales. First up, I'm going to be mentioning the range. Now you may remember a few weeks ago I mentioned how they've got a 50% off discount on their sash clamps. As soon as I mentioned it, they was out of stock. Well, I've kept looking and they're back in stock now. But how they seem to be doing it, if you buy on the website, them full price. Now don't get me wrong, them still cheap. Without the 50% off, them still a good price. But it's not the sale. The sale is actually in store, so it's worth checking before you go to your local branch whether they've got them in stock or not. But that's 50% off the sash clamps in store. They're really cheap and it's a great bargain. I've never used them, but a lot of people have said they're pretty good clamps for the price, so well worth checking out. Link in the description down below. Next up we've got Homebase. Now Homebase, it's hard to find out how much they've got discounted on their sale, but they've got a section on their website that's Father's Day gift ideas, and some of the products there are actually listed as being in the sale, so there's some good bargains there really, so it's worth checking out. There's a link down below. They've categorised them into price as well, so there's like gifts under £20, under 50, under 100, so it's nice and easy to pick out something to suit every budget. Lastly, best of all, we've got LIDL. Now LIDL always have like a wide range of DIY stuff on offer, but this week coming up it seems like it's going to be one of the biggest ones I've seen. They're going to have a reciprocating saw, an impact driver, a plunge or track saw, however you want to call it, an angle grinder, a multi-tool, and they've also got like the 20-volt battery and the charger, because most of those tools are like bare units that don't come with the battery. They also sell the battery and charger, and it's a decent price, it's not expensive. Never used them before, them Parkside brand. Lidl have also got a range of products this week that are going to actually be mobility based. So they've got boards with casters on that are designed for moving heavy furniture around. They've also got like a pry bar that can lift the edge of a piece of furniture up so you can get your casters underneath. It's really cheap as well. I think it's something that's useful just to have even if you haven't got a use in mind yet. But as always, the information's all down below so you can go and check them out and check the prices out and everything like that. I hope you find that useful. Now let's have a look at some contests. It's been really thin pickings recently. The contests seem to started early this week and finished just before Father's Day, so I've kind of missed the boat with those ones, so I do apologise with that. But a site to always look at is Instructables. Instructables have always got different contests going on, and to enter them you have to do a project, take step-by-step pictures, write a step-by-step, kind of like an article in a way, talking through the process and stuff, and then you can enter it into relevant categories. So I recently made a project which was the Instagram mirror, and I entered that into the Untouchable contest. So that's where I was thinking the Instagram fits in with that, and it has been accepted as well, so that's lucky. If you'd like to vote for it, there's a link down to vote for that project, just saying. But it's kind of like you can't touch an Instagram post usually, so by making a mirror it makes it touchable, and that's kind of like the idea behind the Untouchable contest. But there's loads of different variations on there, there's loads of different contests. Always post, they seem to have new ones all the while. So there's a link down below to Instructable's website, go and check it out. Great stuff over there. Next up we've got Draper. Now Draper are giving away some garden tools, and I'm also giving away a screwdriver set. So really nice and easy to do. Sign up to the website, click enter, and you're entered. That simple. Finally in the contest, don't forget we've got Toolmake 2017 by Made in Wood, and we've got the Hand Tool Build Off 2017 by Wood by Right. So there's links down below in the description. You can enter one project into both contests, which works really well. So go and check those out, there's some brilliant contests going on there. Now let's look at some events that are coming up. We've got the UK and Ireland Wood Turning Symposium in July, and we've got Peter Sefton's Open Day in July. I'm really hoping to go to Peter Sefton's Open Day this year. I don't think I'm going to make the UK and Ireland Wood Turning Symposium. I went last year and it was great fun, so recommend everybody get to that one, but I'm really hoping I can get to Peter Sefton's Open Day this year. Fingers crossed. And now looking a lot further into the future, into next year even, May 2018 we've got Makers Central. Now this is definitely one to put on your calendar. There's going to be some really huge names at this event. It's at the NEC in Birmingham. I'll leave a link down below to like the announcement video so you can check out what it's all going to be about. But it's going to be massive. I'm definitely going to be there, and I highly recommend everybody makes it who can make it. It's going to be a brilliant event. Now let's have a look at some other makers in the community. First up, we've got Eric and Dave from Maker Wood Sign. Now they've got a YouTube channel, and I recently did a collaboration with them while I was over in America. If you saw that one, we actually worked on a tombstone sign collaboration. Eric went ahead and routed it all out by hand, and I filled it with the milliput to show him like that effect that I usually do, and he seemed to really like that, and he's actually been testing it out for himself recently. So there's a link down below to his channel and the website as well, because you can actually buy router bits and templates and different things from his site as well. There isn't anything he doesn't know that needs knowing about signs, trust me. Brilliant. Someone else in the community I want to highlight is Tom from Carve Creative, another sign maker. He posted in the Woodworking UK Facebook group and he just really caught my eye. I had to go and have a look through at his work. He does some beautiful signs, them really works of art. He goes above and beyond with the painting, I think. And just his whole style in general, it's just amazing to see. Very inspirational. I've been inspired myself. There's some techniques I'd like to try coming up in the future. But there's a link down below to his Facebook page and his website as well. So go and check him out. Beautiful pieces of art there. Now let's talk a little bit about what I've been up to. Still doing the bunk beds, put that to one side. I've actually been working on a carved project. I won't be able to put it out just yet. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, because it's actually going to be a gift for another YouTuber. So until they actually receive it, I don't want to spoil the surprise, as you can imagine. But it should be coming up really soon. I'm really pleased with how it turned out personally. It was all carved with the angle grinder, so I think you might find that one interesting. I'm also working on an idea for some sawhorses. Now the design I've got in mind, I've searched everywhere, and I've never seen it done before, so if it works out how I'm planning it to work, I think that'll be a really good video, and I think a lot of people find that one useful. Because I've been looking for something like this for a while, and I thought somebody must have made it, but I haven't been able to find it, so who knows, it might be something brand new, and I hope you do find it interesting now that I've said that. Now I'd like to take the opportunity to thank my Patreon supporters. Honestly guys, I can't begin to thank you all enough. It really means a lot to me that you would support my channel in this way. It does go a hell of a long way in helping everything that I'm doing here, so I'm really glad you're enjoying what I'm doing enough to support me like that. Just thank you so much. So that's it then guys, that was While the Glue Dries. I hope you did find it interesting. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you want to leave a comment down below if you've seen any contests, sales, anything like that, we all chime in down below. It's a great atmosphere down there. If you want to send me a message, all the social media links I'm scrolling along the bottom. And don't forget, if you'd like to send a video or an image or anything letting me know what you get up to while your glue dries, use the hashtag While the Glue Dries on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the social media, and I can find it that way and I can showcase it on the show. As well, don't forget, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notifications as well. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a new video and you'll never miss one again. If you can share it with your friends as well, maybe they'll find it useful or interesting. That really helps me out a lot too. So that's it then guys, I'll see you next week. Before I go, I'll leave you with this. Does my dog bring the ball back because he thinks I like throwing it?